What's going on, guys? I'm Jim Ansel. This is Real Deal Outdoors. So this is going to start a brand new video series. We're going to cover some of the very basics of fishing so that some of you guys out there who might be new to bass fishing, you're going to learn a few things that are absolutely essential to everybody starting out. So we're going to cover a little bit of everything in these videos. We're going to talk about soft plastics. We're going to talk about hard baits. We're going to talk about bait colors, what colors to use in what situations and things like that. But this first video, we're going to get down to the very nitty gritty of the basics. I mean, just the basic of basics. One of the questions that I'm always asked when I take friends and family fishing with me is, what knot are you using? How do you tie it? Basic knot tying is really, really important. It could be the difference in catching a huge fish or a catastrophic knot failure and losing that fish. Guys, I can tell you, when I first started out, I lost a lot of fish to knot failures. It's really a heartbreaking experience when you know you hooked into a big fish and then you lose that fish because the knot that you tied just didn't cut it. So in this video, we're going to talk about my very favorite knot. It's the knot that I use for just about all my fishing applications right now, and that's the Palomar knot. So let's hop right on in here and I'll show you guys how to tie this knot. Then after we're finished with the instructional, I'll give you guys a couple more helpful tidbits. Okay guys, so check it out. We've got our lure here, our great big ugly swim bait that I put a screw eye in the head of. Over here we've got our main line. It's a piece of 550 paracord. I wanted to use something a lot bigger so that you guys could see this a lot more easily. It's a little harder for you guys to see in camera a real thin piece of fishing line, and it's just a whole lot easier to do it this way so you guys can see everything step by step and know exactly what's going on. All right, so the Palomar knot. The first thing you want to do is you want to take your main line, and you've got your end right here. You're going to take your lure, you're going to put your main line through the line tie. Then you're going to take this end, you're going to bring it back on itself, pull it through that line tie again. All right, so what you've got now is you've doubled over your main line. So the next step that you're going to want to do is tie a simple overhand knot. And the way we do that is just up and through. Now this is the important part. What you're left with here is this loop. You're going to take that loop and you're going to bring the lure through the loop. Now you're going to pull everything nice and tight. And that's it, guys. That is the Palomar knot. So really, guys, that's it. The Palomar knot is super simple and it's super strong. When you get done tying your knot, all you got to do is snip off the tag end and you're ready to rock and roll. So on a side note, guys, it's important that when you tie a knot that you wet that knot. Whether you spit on the knot or dunk it into whatever water you're fishing in, the reason we wet the knot is to reduce friction on the line when you cinch that knot down. Friction will actually weaken the line, and the weaker that line is, the more likely you are to have a catastrophic knot failure. If you're using braid, it's not quite as important. If you're using mono, it's a little more important. It's an absolute necessity though if you're using fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon does not do well with friction. So always remember, guys, go the extra mile and wet those knots, especially if you're using fluorocarbon. All right, you guys, well, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Keep an eye out for future tutorials. And hey, if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also hit that thumbs up button. Lets me know you guys like what's going on here. And hey, drop down into the comment section, leave me a quick comment. Give me some video ideas, guys. Tell me about some topics you'd like me to cover in future tutorial videos. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate y'all taking the time to watch these videos. Tight lines until next time.